You tapping in real quick. Something like nothing major. Peace and blessings and all that. You know what I'm talking about? As far as these results for UFC Fight Night Covington versus Buckley are concerned, I am not mad at all. Not in any way, shape, form, or fashion about how that night shook out. You know what I'm talking about? 13 fights, 9 and 4 at the end of the night. And once again, those most talked about fights of the week, we found ourselves on the right side of them. You know what I'm talking about? Sean versus Fernando. We was all over Sean. And Marcos versus Yanez. We was all over Marcos. Cub versus Billy. We was all over Cub. You know what I'm talking about? And of course, we was on Buckley as well as Joel and Manel. You know what I'm talking about? Miranda, Philippe, and so on. We found ourselves on the wrong side, of Vitor versus Dustin Jacoby, much like the rest of the MMA community. What the fuck were we all thinking? You know what I'm talking about? Us putting our faith in Vitor Petrino after he just came from fumbling the bag against Lionheart is kind of like us putting our faith in Robelis de Spain against Austin Lane when he was coming from fumbling the bag against Salsa Boy. You know what I'm talking about? What the fuck were we thinking? Self-inflicted wounds, man. For anybody else that was on the side of Vitor as I was, you know what I'm talking about? Which was the majority of individuals that had action on this fight. What the fuck were we thinking? You know what I'm talking about? The same with Josephine, man. The same with Josephine. This is women's MMA. There's question marks on both sides. Neither one of them have been battle tested at a legitimate level as of yet, as far as levels of opposition are concerned. You know what I'm talking about? There was no need for us to have any extreme levels of confidence in that fight from one side or the other. You know what I'm talking about? It is what it is, man. Self-inflicted wounds. And then Ramon Tavares, you know what I mean? Another self-inflicted wound. We all knew what Davey was capable of, man. Battle tested at this level, you know what I'm talking about? Proven what level of opposition he is, where his ceiling is inside the UFC, and how dangerous he is at this level of opposition. None of the same could be said about Ramon. What the fuck were we thinking? You know what I'm talking about? It is what it is, though, man. And then Ottman was just all the way out of pocket. That was a dog play and a fade on Mike. What the fuck was I thinking, man? You know what I mean? It is what it is, though. As far as the whole night in the whole, I ain't mad about it, man. I'm not mad about it at all in any way, shape, form, or fashion. On to the next one. Peace and blessings.